the Zimbabwe Gender Commission, I'm deeply honored to address you today on this momentous occasion as we commemorate 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, which is being held under the theme towards 30 years of the Beijing Declaration and Platform of Action, Unite to End Violence Against Women and Men. This global campaign, which runs from November 25 to December 10, serves as a potent reminder of the need for combined action to prevent and respond to gender-based violence. May I at this onset extend our sincere appreciation to the City of Harare for partnering with us to convene this very important event. I also want to acknowledge the tremendous support we received from Action Aid Zimbabwe, Oxfam, and Go Zimbabwe, without which this event would not have been possible. As a commission, we recognize that gender-based violence is a persistent and pervasive issue affecting many women, girls, boys, men, and marginalized groups. This is confirmed by the disturbing statistics showing that 1 in 3 women aged between 15 and 49 in Zimbabwe have experienced physical violence, and 1 in 4 have faced sexual violence. These numbers are not just figures. They represent our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, and friends who suffer in silence. Gender-based violence violates human rights, threatens public health, and doubles as a barrier to social and economic development. We also note that men and boys are also targets of GBV, although statistics are not readily available because a lot of men do not report. The Zimbabwe Gender Commission is devoted to promoting gender equality and addressing the root causes of gender-based violence. We work diligently to investigate and address complaints of gender-based violence, provide support and protection to survivors, and advocate for policies and laws that promote gender equality and prevent violence. The Commission also seeks to increase knowledge, transform attitudes, and impart skills to improve service delivery practices. The fight against gender-based violence requires unity and can never be achieved single-handedly. During these 16 days of activism, we call on all Zimbabweans to join us in condemning gender-based violence in all its forms. We implore men and boys to become active allies in the fight against gender-based violence, to challenge patriarchal norms and power structures, and to promote healthy relationships and non-violent conflict resolution, as already emphasized by the Love Shouldn't Hate campaign. As we commemorate these 16 days of activism, we remember the numerous survivors of gender-based violence who have shown bravery and resilience in the face of inconceivable suffering. We honor their strength and dignity, and we affirm our commitment to creating a Zimbabwe where everyone can live free from fear, violence, and discrimination. Ladies and gentlemen, the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence not only calls for the end to violence against women and girls, but also encourages concerted efforts from all sectors of society to support survivors and prevent future violence. It is against this background that the Zimbabwe Gender Commission, in partnership with the City of Harare, has organized this GBV Service Providers Fair. This event aims to showcase the wide array of services available to survivors of gender-based violence, ensuring that individuals know when and how to seek help. By bringing all service providers together in one place, we facilitate greater access to gender-based violence services, promote public awareness, and foster collaboration among diverse stakeholders involved in gender-based violence prevention and response. This collaborative effort is vital to ensuring that no survivor is left without support, and that we continue to strengthen our collective response to gender-based violence by fostering partnerships and establishing a coordinated referral pathway. This initiative ensures that all service providers are working together towards a common goal of ending gender-based violence in our communities. Today's event is intentionally being held on December 3rd, which is the International Day for Disabled Persons, a day dedicated to promoting the rights and well-being of persons with disabilities. This is an especially significant occasion in the context of our fight against gender-based violence, as persons with disabilities often face unique challenges and are disproportionately affected by gender-based violence. The Zimbabwe Gender Commission recognizes that to combat gender-based violence effectively, we must adopt a holistic, inclusive approach that ensures survivors, regardless of their gender, background, or disability status, have access to support services which they need. This means not only focusing on prevention and awareness raising, but also guaranteeing that comprehensive services are available to all survivors without exception. The Commission, as an independent constitutional body, plays a pivotal role in monitoring the implementation of gender equality provisions. We remain committed to ensuring that survivors of gender-based violence seek justice and access the necessary support, and we will continue working towards strengthening the legal and policy frameworks that govern gender-based violence prevention and response. In conclusion, I encourage all service providers and stakeholders present here today to continue working together in the fight of gender-based violence. The Gender-Based Violence Service Providers Fair represents a unique opportunity for all of us to collaborate, raise awareness, and ensure that survivors of gender-based violence can access the help and the support which they desperately need. Together, we can create a safer, more inclusive Zimbabwe where everyone, regardless of their gender, background, or disability, can live free from violence and fear. With these remarks, I declare the Gender-Based Violence Service Providers Fair officially open. I thank you, Siyabonga Tatenda.